Very special station to many people. This report will tell you why.
.940 on WQDR, young Bob Walton's last day, so I thought I'd throw some trivia.
It's Eddie Money who's running away on WQDR. 3:06, I'm Tom Guild, with you for one final time here on the radio.
Hello there, it's a minute after 7 at 94.7 WQDR, Raleigh-Durham, Chapel Hill. I'm Brian McFadden, and here is your concert of...
That is Twisted Sister from their latest Stay Hungry on WQDR. Bad Company and a rock and roll fantasy at the top. Joe Lee here at 710, fulfilling all your rock and roll fantasies tonight. I've got the Who and the...
You see, my dad wants me to be a doctor. My mom, she wants me to be an author and write books, but I got this guitar. Tim Goodman with Springsteen's Growing Up at WQDR.
Okay, it is Friday. Okay. And, of course, the traditional Friday morning stump song is on the air.
This is Al Handelman with you, and, boy, we have a nice weather forecast. Let me give you that right now. Partly cloudy.
Well, I listened to the station sign on in 1973 when I was in junior high in Asheboro, and I never thought I'd work here. I never thought I'd see the station sign off, change formats either.
For the times they are a-changing.
A different group for WPTF FM. We shocked quite a few people when we walked in here. Roger Nelson had hair down to the middle of his back and wore it in a ponytail quite a lot. And we had a quite conservative group of people who had been at WPTF for almost 50 years in a lot of cases, and didn't quite understand these guys walking around in jeans and T-shirts and long hair and coming in, and then 6 months later coming up with almost a #2 radio station in the market immediately.
We shied away from playing music that we perceived as being exclusively for teenagers, maybe music that leaned toward the heavy metal side of things. And on the other end, we didn't want to play music that we considered syrupy and, you know, the Barry Manilows and the Air Supplies and that kind of thing, not putting down that genre of music at all, but in looking at what kind of audience we were trying to attract. I think one of the main things I feel about QDR that made it different is that it did not try to appeal to the lowest common denominator of the listener. We really strove to attract a relatively intelligent audience, and of course the sophistication of the triangle area made that possible.
Remember, you've got a friend at WQDR, and we've got the only game in town.
QDR was a lifestyle. It was a family, not just the people inside, but the people that listened. In its heyday, and even now, there were, for lack of better ways to say it, like in The Music Man, there were QDR places to go. There were QDR things to do. We operated, at one time, 2 very successful stores and had thousands of T-shirts going out. People wanted to be a part of what it was. It represented a lifestyle. It represented a way of thought, more than the music.
Magic. I mean, there's a lot of talented people that work here, and the combination that we have in particular right before the breakup was especially, you know, we all work together really well. Mm-hmm. The personalities meshed. It's hard to find. You know, everybody wants to do their own thing, usually at a station, but we all managed to pull it together.
Well, I'm gonna write a little letter, I'm gonna mail it to my local DJ. Yeah, it's a jumping little record, I want my jockey to play.
Probably what did it more than anything, and probably the one group of people that does not get enough credit in talking about all this, is the listeners, who made it very special for the people that worked at WQDR and allowed us to do some of the things, some of the weird things every now and then that we did. The traditional Friday morning stomp song that I enjoyed doing at WQDR, the Monday morning Bumble Boogie, or the Beatles for breakfast, any number of the things that old Gongaware used to do in the morning. The listeners should get a lot of credit for allowing us to do those things, giving us the freedom.
That's what we'll cover in our special series. I'm Beverly Weaver.
I'm Maria Mills, WQDR News.
I'm Jamie Knapp.
Next, how these vets learned to adjust in a country that wanted to forget them. I'm Joan Seifert. Next, what that bitter homecoming was like and why some vets are still angry. I'm Gail Rancer.
Well, it was magic. It was a magical project during a magical time at a magical radio station. Everything just sort of fell into place. We wanted to win. Winning, not just the Peabody, but this whole staff wanted WQDR to win. We had common goals between the program department and the news department. We were all working for the same things. So magic could happen. You weren't constantly fighting.
But the heart of rock and roll is still beating, yeah, in Cleveland. And Raleigh, too.
Because in most cases, it's rare that you find talk shows that do well on a rock station to begin with. And QDR's reputation made it easy to get people like Milton Berle and Daniel J. Travanti and Ed McMahon and Van Halen. It was a very special audience, is all I can say. And people around the country, if you said you were from North Carolina, from Raleigh, and they were in the business, they'd say, oh, QDR.
Get philosophical. For every end, there's a beginning. Quote Jimmy Carter, I'd be lying if I said it didn't hurt, but thank you. And look me up if you're ever in town. I'm going to be Piggy and play 2 last songs. Here's Billy Joel from WQDR. Take care.
Now we take our time, so nonchalant, and spend our nights so bon vivant. We spend our days in silken robes. The money.
Back in a moment with Paul Harvey.